Yo, what up everyone? Anthony Fantano here. You know who it is. Little tired, had a late night last night, but I just wanted to come here in a video and sort of just give a bit of an opinion on something. I gotta put on some sunglasses because I'm just not ready to accept the sunlight right now. Uploading a vinyl update at the moment. Getting into my 7 inches. You guys are always talking about my 7 inches. And, like, what's up with that? What's up with that? What's up with those 7 inches? When are we going to see them? And you're going to see them. And so many inches, so many 7 inches that I couldn't even do them all in one video. So this is just part 1 of my 7 inches that are going up. So there you go. All right. You guys know I'm vegan. You guys know that I'm into veganism. I post a lot of vegan shit on the internet. On my Instagram anyway, and I get a lot of comments where people are like, how do you know someone's vegan? And it's like, don't worry, they'll tell you. That's a good joke. I think that joke's funny. But I'm not so much here to talk to people who aren't vegan. Here more to talk to people who are vegan. I think there's a bit of a disconnect with a lot of people who are vegan. We sort of care about and we're sort of concerned about the life of animals and the livelihood of them so much that we sort of forget about the livelihood and the feelings and the personal choices of humans. And I think in sort of proselytizing the vegan message, and I think it should definitely be spread, it should be shared. I think anybody who's vegan should be proud to be so. However, in sharing the message and just kind of talking about your veganism and your thoughts on stuff like factory farming and animal testing, so on and so forth, the list goes on. I think, you can't lose sight of the fact that human life kind of has value too. Obviously, animal life has value, and we're trying to get a lot of other people who don't feel that way to feel that way, or at least, sort of understand that concept in some kind of way. But you can't, sell yourself and sell veganism on this message of compassion and love and understanding and caring if you can't take the time to care about the people who you're trying to persuade, and yelling at them and getting frustrated with them and showing them anger and aggression and hatred. You're gonna look like a fucking idiot when you're looking at them like, but I'm being compassionate toward you. I'm trying to care about you. Ah! You're just going to look like a fool. For example, if somebody who, is eating lots of animal products and eating just lots of unhealthy foods, and, if as a result of those choices, they become sick, or they get heart disease, or they're just not in the best state of health, or they get cancer or something like that, if we sort of take joy in that and we're looking at them like, ha ha, you got heart disease because you eat animals and I told you not to do that, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're just going to make vegans look like fucking assholes, and you're going to make yourself look like a fucking asshole. So I think, you have to remember that humans, even though they are scientifically animals, because we sort of understand them to be different, and sort of we have a personal connection with other humans because we are humans ourselves, so we don't sort of see them the same as we would a defenseless rabbit or something like that. Sometimes it's hard for us to extend that compassion that we have for other animals to humans as well, because they're a part of our species. We get frustrated with them for not sort of thinking the same way that we do. But the thing is, I know the information is out there, the video is out there, and the truth is out there, but still, the fact of the matter is that you and I do not live in a vegan and a vegetarian world. And at the end of the day, veganism for humans is just a life choice and it's just a preference. And yelling at people isn't going to make the truth any more true. Getting mad at people isn't going to make the truth any more true. It's the weight of proof and the weight of persuasion is on your shoulders. And trying to make people feel stupid and trying to make people feel like shit and trying to yell at people, doesn't persuade most people of anything. Leading by example, is what's important. Showing clear, helpful examples is what helps. You can't get most of us who are vegan, we're not born knowing this information. We weren't born vegan or vegetarian or anything, So you have to understand that, there was a time when you didn't know this, and there's and not everybody is going to learn this stuff at the same time or accept it at the same time or even accept it at all. So as a result, again, kind of that weight of persuasion is on your shoulders. You can't get mad at people for not wanting to jump on board as soon as you tell them about veganism, because that's just not the way the world fucking works. So I'm not saying don't share the message, and I'm not saying don't care, and I'm not saying don't try to influence people, but trying to influence them in a mean-spirited way, in an insulting way, in a way that sort of dehumanizes people, and you're literally treating other people like garbage, or taking joy in the misfortune of other people due to their bad decisions. I mean, if somebody ate steak their whole life and ended up with heart disease, I mean, I would take no more joy in that than if somebody was smoking crack for years and then overdosed. I wouldn't take joy in saying, you died from smoking crack. That's still, sure, it was that person's decision that, may have put them there, but it's not anything to shove down people's, it's not like, the kind of misery you want to shove down people's throats and sort of, make light of, or, I mean, if you want to do that, that's your choice, but you're going to look like an asshole. And it's not going to make your cause look very good. Not to sort of make two such extreme comparisons. I mean, obviously, the dangers of eating a steak and the dangers of smoking crack, they far outweigh one another, there's also a danger of walking out into the road into oncoming traffic. There's all sorts of dangers, and also the dangers of smoking. I mean, there's all sorts of dangers that people sort of make habits and just sort of incorporate into their daily lives, and that's just kind of the way they choose to live. I mean, there are so many people I know who smoke, who you'd figure in 2015, like, smoking, like, Jesus, has it been proven any further? Like, is the proof, can the proof be clear that it's horrible and there's really no benefit whatsoever to it? I mean, geez, there's so many other, I don't know, I guess little recreational drugs that you could be doing. Oh, whatever. That way, that's a whole nother conversation. But, and not to say that there's health benefits to those either, but geez, fucking smoking. But still, I mean, that's, in our current day society, that's the choice those people have, to smoke. I mean, that's their thing, So, and the thing is, you're not going to convince anybody of anything by, if somebody who's a lifetime smoker ends up getting lung disease or, lung cancer. I mean, the proper sort of, I guess, response to that situation isn't, haha, fuck you, you got cancer. It's really not. You know, because a lot of the time people know that the decisions that they're making aren't that good. But the thing is, people are free to make bad decisions if they want to make them. And the thing is, I would rather live in a society where, you know, if somebody really wanted to smoke their lives away, they have that choice, than, you know, a society where smoking was illegal, and then what? We had like a cigarette black market or some shit, and people were getting busted and thrown into jail for cigarettes. That would cause even more harm than smoking being legal. Because then you just have thousands and thousands and thousands of people in jail for a victimless crime. You know? Regulating people's crappy decisions just doesn't work. I mean, look at prohibition. And look at the prohibition that we have currently, or that we had currently in a lot of states with marijuana. I mean, a lot of the issues are alleviated with kind of the, you know, the new legality of it, and just kind of the fact that a lot of people are just getting fined instead of getting years in jail. But still, yeah, you just can't I guess yell at people and you know, sort of devalue people into agreeing with you. That tactic only works on people with low self-esteem and people who really don't like themselves. And those really aren't the kind of people that you want on your side anyway. You know, the people you want on your side are passionate people who understand the issues and really care, and, you know, care about all life, not just, you know, including human life, which, again, sometimes it's easy for us to, you know, just sort of poo-poo in light of the way that that humans treat other animals. And I realize that it's unfortunate. I mean, that's the way I live my life, the way that I live it. You know, however, making light of people's bad decisions and sort of shaming people for their bad decisions, especially when those I don't know what, chickens have come home to roost. Especially when that's happened, that's just not the way to go about it, I think. You know? I think, you know, showing the health benefits, showing that veganism doesn't taste bad, I think showing that it's easy, I think showing that it's inexpensive, I think showing, you know, kind of the positive moral decisions being made, that's the best way to go about it. But that's not going to convince everybody. But I think you know, I think we should be happy with the people that it does convince, you know, and sort of rely on, you know, the numbers that are gained through that to kind of convince more people. Because, you know, just kind of yelling at people and getting pissed at people over the internet, that doesn't change minds. You know, being compassionate and sort of, you know, showing people the light, and then hoping that those people can kind of spread that message to those who are, you know, close to them in their daily lives, I think is, you know, what's more important. And it may take a long time. You know, it may take a long time. And I don't know if it's, you know, time that necessarily we have. You know, not to be apocalyptic about it. I mean, it's not something that I think is, you know, 100% probable, but it's possible. Anything's possible. So I'm just saying that, you know, the possibility is there, but the thing is, it's all due to a series of life choices and change reactions and societal norms that were set into motion long before any of us were born, you know? You know, we're doing what we can as individuals to change it, you know? And, you know, I just don't really like the, I guess, some of the evangelism that I'm seeing some people engage in when it comes to this lifestyle, I guess, because I don't really like the evangelism of any belief system or lifestyle. You know, I think it all leads to the same ugly stuff, you know, and the thing is, at the end of the day, while, yeah, you think, you know, you think that you're doing a good thing, most evangelists do. You know, you're not special in that. Good for you. All right, I think I'm going to end the video here. I guess just the message is vegans should care about all life, including the lives of those who disagree with them, you know, and continue to make choices that vegans disagree with. That's all.